Hello, this is the Kenyan Siasa, and I'm your host, Jibali Odanadawa. The folks of the Kenyan Siasa, yesterday, the Saturday, 27th, a team of politicians allied to the ruling party, UDA, came out guns blazing. They viciously attacked the immediate former president, Uhuru Kenyatta. This was in response to the event that took place on 26th on Friday during an event of Jubilee Party's rebirth through its NDC, National Delegates Convention, that was led by the immediate former president, Uhuru Kenyatta. In this event, when Uhuru Kenyatta really threw scathing attacks at the Kenya Kwanza government and in particular President William Ruto. Folks, in this episode, we're diving into some of the factors that gave these politicians allied to President William Ruto's regime to come out guns blazing, attacking the immediate former president Uhuru Kenyatta. One, during the Friday event of Jubilee Rebirth, President Uhuru Kenyatta came out appealing to the emotions of the Gamer Nation of the Mount Kenya region. You know it very well that right now, the Mount Kenya region feel betrayed. The Mount Kenya region are dissatisfied with the Kenya Kwanza government, with President William Ruto. The Mount Kenya region came out in their full numbers in the 2022 general elections and voted for one President William Ruto with high expectations. The bottom-up economy, the hustler economy, the serikali ya mama mboga, boda boda, and mtu wa chini. We can say boldly that President William Ruto indeed gave them a basket, goodies, hopes, promises, that in an event that he will get elected as the president of this republic, he will bring a turnaround, especially with regards to the economic situation of this country. President William Ruto indeed appealed to their emotions. President William Ruto indeed set them against their own son, a son of soil, Uhuru Kenyatta, and the Mount Kenya people really rejected President Uhuru Kenyatta's direction of voting for Raila Amolo Odinga of the Azimio coalition. But after the elections were done and when President Ruto sworn in, most of the things that they were promised, or for lack of better words, whatever we are now witnessing, or whatever the Gamer Nation are now witnessing, isn't the darling Ruto that they used to know before the 2022 general elections. And coupled by other factors like impeaching Rigathi Gachagua, the Gamer Nation has become a bitter bloc against President William Ruto. And right now, the clarion call in the airwaves in the Mount Kenya region is one term: send President William Ruto packing Piabok Sugoi in the 2027 general elections. Right now, this is the situation. And President William Ruto knows it very well that he no longer has the Mount Kenya on his side. And now, during this event, President Uhuru Kenyatta really appealed to the emotions of the Mount Kenya region, reminding them the way he warned them against President William Ruto, and now putting it into perspective, the way whatever he was telling them has come to fruition, that President William Ruto is indeed a disappointment to them. Therefore, this faction of politicians allied to the Kenya Kwanza government yesterday came out guns blazing, attacking the immediate former president Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta because with what he presented, appealing to the emotions of Gamer Nation, which has already slept from the hands of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, this appealing gesture is actually making the situation worse, and it is going to make President William Ruto's re-election bid in the 2027 general elections a Herculean task. Another reason as to why this faction of politicians allied to Kenya Kwanza government attacked Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta yesterday is because during the address of the Jubilee national delegates, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta brought into perspective some of the projects that his Jubilee party implemented or created that have been revoked by the current regime of President William Ruto. And he says that President William Ruto has replaced his noble ideas and noble projects with some experimental, untested, and tried policies that have failed a great deal and that has made the Kenyan mwananchi, the Kenyan mwananchi's life difficult. He put into perspective the Linda Mama issue, the Linda Mama project that through his administration had made Kenya reduce maternal mortality a great deal, which was revoked. And right now, with again revoking of NHIF and the introduction of SHA, that isn't working and basically making the normal mwananchi's life to be difficult. Therefore, this is a gesture that discredits President William Ruto's performance. And again, this just adds to the general feeling across the country of Kenyans, of a certain populace of Kenyans feeling dissatisfied that President William Ruto hasn't performed. And ultimately, this will make him unpopular and make his re-election bid a Herculean task come 2027 general elections. And finally, one of the reasons as to why this team of politicians attacked President William Ruto, attacked the immediate former President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, telling him to stop meddling into President Ruto's affairs, and again telling him to retire completely from active politics and get glued to retirement, is that with Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta gracing this event, it basically means that he might be making a return into active politics. With Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta getting back into active politics, you know it very well, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta comes from a big family, politically, monetary-wise. And again, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta used to be the former kingpin, opinion shaper of the Gamer region. If Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta makes a return into active politics, he might sponsor a certain camp or a certain coalition that might give President William Ruto a run for his money in his bid to seek his re-election in the 2027 general elections. Dear folks of the Kenyan Siasa, we reached the halt of this episode. For those of you who are subscribed to our YouTube channel, the Kenyan Siasa, we are humbled, we are glad, thank you. And for those of you who are not subscribed to our YouTube channel, the Kenyan Siasa, we beseech you to show some love by subscribing, then hit on the notification bell to get notified whenever we upload content. Until next time, I'm Jubilee with our Anadawa. Bye-bye.